Hello and welcome back to West Ham United. I'm Andy. Hope everyone is enjoying their weekend. So as you know, obviously West Ham are not playing till tomorrow, and I've been sitting there. Obviously, I've come up with a couple of shows. Obviously, like the Strikers one, I've got a couple more up my sleeve. But now I was sitting there and I was going through YouTube and I saw the West Ham website picking their 10 moments or whatever of 2021. So I thought what I'm going to do is pick my top 10 matches in my opinion. And I'm not going to lie, there's only a couple from like last season, but obviously that's still in 2021. I think it's because of the fact that I wasn't there for majority of them. I think that's probably what sort of swung it that other way. But first of all, I'd like to thank our channel sponsor Glazewise, windows, doors, conservatories. John is your man, and if you mention West Ham Reunited, you get a discount. And of course, my usual shout out for Iron supporting food banks as well. If any you can make any donation to help John and his team, that would be amazing. Let's have a look and see who we've got in the chat. Mr. Cox, hope you're doing well, mate. How was your McDonald's? Gazza's in the building. Hope you're well. We've got Grant. Afternoon, Grant. Hope you're well. Gazza saying hello to people. Good afternoon, Jake. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, so obviously 2021 was a good season. Good year, I should say, for West Ham. Obviously, the end of last season qualifying for Europa League with a great season, and then obviously a lot of reporters were saying, "Oh, West Ham are not." Once the crowds come back, I remember Mr. Moose saying that it will be a totally different outcome. But what talking of qualifying for Europa League, my match number 10 is the match at Southampton, the last game of last season, which cemented our place in Europa League, finishing off a good season. But yeah, this was a good game. Obviously, two goals there from Pablo Fornals. As you can see, he's got the football there underneath his belly because his girlfriend was turned pregnant, and obviously we've got Jesse Lingard in that picture, Mikel Antonio, and of course Declan Rice getting the third goal. So when you sort of look of it, that's I think that's the reason for its success. I know David Moyes likes to have a small squad, and you could sort of see that. So this was the team what started for us on the last game of the season. We had Lucas Fabianski in goal, Soufal with Dawson and Bonner in the centre backs, Aaron Creswell, Thomas Soucek, Declan Rice, Pablo Fornals, Mikel Antonio, Jared Bowen, and Jesse Lingard. Uh, but yeah, no, as you can see, that apart from Jesse Lingard, obviously I know we've got Creswell was injured, and Ogbonna. The team pretty much picked itself, and I remember obviously this was a good game back where a lot of the fans were back. Unfortunately, I wasn't one of them. I remember when Mike was on the other day, he mentioned that he managed to get a ticket. Unfortunate to go to that, but yeah, it was just a very good professional performance. I know Minamino, who was on loan to Southampton from Liverpool. I know he had a couple of chances. I remember that. Obviously, they had Danny Ings up front. Obviously, now he's made his move to Villa. But yeah, no, that's the reason why I've put it in the top 10. Obviously, we ended up cementing our place in Europa League, and obviously we've not looked back. Now we've qualified. I remember Declan Rice's goal. Obviously, the celebration with Jesse Lingard. But yeah, like I said, we just got to hope that Jesse makes the right decision and comes back to the London Stadium. But yeah, that is my number 10 match. Moving on to. Oh, sorry, I didn't see your comment there, Grant. I thought a fan was on the pitch, didn't realise. Yeah, I know. And oh, great, Millwall 1-0 up. That's great. Moving on to my match number 9 is our first Europa League game away to Dynamo Zagreb. Obviously, big expectation there on. Well, I wouldn't say expectation. A lot of teams probably thought we were going to foul. Obviously, do we have a big enough squad? Will we be able to cope? We're playing Thursday, Sunday, etc. And when we first started, obviously we did. We didn't, and mainly after an international break, we recovered to bounce on. But since then, we've managed to get a couple of results. But obviously, I remember this game. Mikel Antonio being gifted a goal, which he took advantage of. Obviously, that's the picture what I've got there. Um, we set up with a strong team that day as well. But my personal opinion, I thought Areola would be playing in this game, but he never. He went with Lucas Fabianski, and we lined up with Aaron Creswell left back, the French combination of Issa Diop and Kurt Zouma with Ryan Fredericks at right back. Declan Rice was captain, with Manuel Lanzini playing alongside him, with a front four of Pablo Fornals. Thomas Souček was in there as well. Obviously, Pablo Fornals, Nikola Vasic, and Mikel Antonio. But yeah, very strong side. I remember, obviously, like you said, Mikel Antonio getting the goal in the first half. They didn't really create many chances on target, from what I remember. But yeah, we done very well in that game. Manuel Lanzini, I've got to admit, was very lucky to stay on the pitch and not escape getting a second yellow, because he made a couple of challenges. But then the player who is our best player, our captain, Declan Rice, going on that magnificent run and slotting the ball home. What memory that was, and obviously I love that kit. I really do love that kit. I know we wore it at Palace the other day, but we've hardly seen it, and it was a good memory to see. Excuse me. Oh my god. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn then. But yeah, let's have a look here. Grant with the comment, I had no idea how good Zagreb would be. Would be a really tough game. Was a brilliant result. Yeah, considering they knocked Tottenham out in the previous season as well, I thought it would be a lot tougher. Obviously, with the 5 substitution rule in Europa League, David Moyes did make 5 changes. He brought Saïd Benrahma on for Manuel Lanzini, Jared Bowen come on for Nikola Vlasic, and in the last 10 minutes or so, Mark Noble come on for Declan Rice, Masuaku for Fornals, and Andrei Yarmolenko for Mikel Antonio. So yeah, game number 9, our first Europa League game, were against Dynamo Zagreb. Gaz is saying you can't have a small squad when you're fighting an all-control. Like, yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm saying what people were saying. Like, they were saying that we would struggle. In my opinion, yeah, we've had a blip, but in my opinion, we're out of it. And don't get me wrong, I want 3 or 4 additions, but I don't just want 3 or 4 additions for the sake of it. But yeah, I believe Moyes will be backed, and at least 3 players will come in. Next slide. My game number 8 is this one. When the band was Backstreet Noise was created, a little game against it's our cup final, isn't it? The game against Tottenham Hotspur, where the game finished West Ham United 2, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Mikel Antonio getting us off to a great start after 5 minutes with a great cross from Bowen. Obviously, Lloris parried it out, and Mikel Antonio slotted the ball home. And then 2 minutes into the second half, a certain Jesse Lingard announced his presence on the game. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn again. Yeah, Jesse Lingard obviously getting a part, and this was when the band was created. There was a long delay with VAR trying to all their best to rule it out. But yeah, no, what memories that was, and yeah, obviously we had a scare with Lucas Moura scoring on the 64th minute, and I remember Declan Rice making a clinical tackle in the end when I think it was Gareth Bale, or Harry Kane, who played the ball across the box, and we managed to get it out for a corner. But yeah, on watching this at home, obviously, biting your fingernails, hoping we get the result, and we did. What a performance it was! Let's have a look who's at some comments. Best picture of the season, yeah, without a doubt, Mr. Cox. I probably am going to start watching some of the games back. I've still got them saved in the planner, so it'd be good to go back and watch them again and just relive them with them moments. Guys, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah, thanks, mate. And what a result! Always lovely beating. Yeah, I know, but it's we don't like to talk about it. They don't. Tottenham don't like talking about it either, do they? We're the only ones who care about it. So moving on to my game number 7, which is this one. beating Leeds in the last moments with Mikel Antonio getting the winner in the 90th minute. Uh, what a game this was. This had everything. Didn't get off to the best of starts, did we, with Rafinha with a great finish, slotting the ball home in the 18th minute for Leeds. We had a couple of chances in the first half, but didn't really create much, to be honest. Well, I say didn't say we create much. We didn't have an end product. We had a couple of chances, but then in the second half, we had a new lease of life when Mr. Jared Bowen picked the ball up with a good ball from Soufal on the right, managed to drive in field, take a shot. Obviously, it took a big deflection off Junior Firpo on the 67th minute, and we managed to get the goal. And then from then, it was all West Ham. Sorry. And then Mikel Antonio, um, David Moyes made 3 changes in that game. He brought Nikola Vlasic for Pablo Fornals, Craig Dawson for Jared Bowen, and Andrei Yarmolenko for Mikel Antonio, obviously, to waste times in the end. Let's have a look here. Who's in the chat? Dylan, hope you're well, mate. Long time. I know you was in the chat yesterday as well on Daya's show, which obviously Daya has become a granddad again, so congratulations. I thought Mikel Antonio pushed it too far, and then what a winner. Yeah, I know, many. Yeah, I wasn't there, unfortunately, Richard, as well, and everyone said it. That's the best away goal. I remember Kent. I remember speaking to Nicky after the game. We spoke about it as well. Yeah, what a great performance. Yeah, I agree with what Grant was saying. When Declan Rice, drove out with the ball and then played a great ball in, I thought, what a touch he done. But fair play to Mikel Antonio, managed to get it. I think it was is it Sharrington? Let's have a look. Shackleton. Sorry, Shackleton. He managed to loop it over him. Obviously, Elisa tried to make himself big, but Mikel Antonio with a great performance, great performance, a great slot home in the 90th minute to send West Ham United with a 2-1 victory. Another great performance there. We're moving on to my game number 6, which is this one. This was great memories being here. Is West Ham United getting a 4-1 victory away at Aston Villa. I know Jake and Mr. Cox was there on this game as well. I think I had the better seats out of all of them. They were wedged in the corner, which was very surprising. But yeah, obviously we got off to a great start in the 7th minute. Ben Johnson coming in for the injured Vladimir Soufal, who got that injury from that, well, rugby tackle we could probably say from Matic. Yeah, Ben Johnson with a great finish, cutting in on his left foot, smashing the ball home with the bottom corner. And then on the 34th minute, a big bit of lack of concentration from the West Ham defence, and Ollie Watkins set the ball home. We were probably thinking, Villa fans, the crowd were behind them. We probably thought we were going to be on a tough afternoon. Obviously, this game was live on Sky. But then 4 minutes later, a certain Declan Rice picked the ball up with a great layoff from Saeed Benrahma and managed to slot. It seemed to take forever to go in, but when you look it back on the replay, Declan Rice really cut across the ball and slot the ball home right in the bottom corner. Then the controversial in the start of the second half was the sending off, which Villa received. Obviously, Konsa getting the red card in the 50th minute, and that sort of changed the game for us. VAR, there was 2 challenges involved, one heavily on Pablo Fornals, and then Jared Bowen going clean through, and he was took out. But VAR, to be fair to them, maybe they could have had a double red. Don't think we've ever seen that before, a double red card with 2 different instances, but that could have happened. And then this is when the game happened. It's obviously still 2-1. And then Pablo Fornals on the 80th minute. I remember Jared Bowen being released through. He had one defender around him. Tried to place the ball right in the bottom corner. Great save from Martinez. And there it was, Pablo Fornals. Ashley Young trying his best to stop the ball going in. But with Pablo Fornals' smart technique, managed to lift the ball over the net, and we come away, and we made that 3-1. And then Manuel Lanzini magic in the 84th minute, going through and then slotting the ball to to what's his name, to Jared Bowen, and then he managed to get the ball in the net. But yeah, what a game that was, and that was my game number 6. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, gentlemen. 1 second. Let's have a look. Sorry about that. Game number 5. This was placed on Sunday, the 24th of October, when we got a 1-0 victory um, at home to Tottenham, with Mikel Antonio getting the winner. A fantastic performance there from the side. It was a very good London derby. This was when Tottenham get battered everywhere they go. I remember the London Stadium was electric that day, and for people who were there, what fantastic memories, it was. So yeah, a great performance. Obviously, Mikel Antonio getting the goal, and we managed to get the 1-0 victory, which is always good, beating them. Not really much else really to say on that game, really. It was just a London derby and a great ball in from Aaron Creswell. And as you can see there from the celebrations, not just from the crowd, but for the players as well, just how much that actually means to it. Let's have a look. What a game. Alfie, hope you're well, mate. We're in cruise. We were on a cruise in a bar. Oh yeah, I remember that, Mr. Cox. Yeah, Grant saying he didn't go to that game, but I missed it. My game number 4, gentlemen and ladies, if you are watching, is the first game of the season away to Newcastle. Obviously, the 4-2 victory. I know Jake and Richard were there as well. Obviously, in the stadium, not getting off to the best start. Certain Callum Wilson always gets off to the always scores against us, scoring us after 5 minutes. And then West Ham responded in the 18th minute with a goal from Aaron Creswell. Was it a cross? Was it a shot? We didn't really care how the ball went in. Yeah, it was. And then just before half time, in the 40th minute, Jacob Murphy managed to find a space in the area to make it 2-1. We were probably thinking it was going to be one of them days. But then in the 53rd minute, Aside Benrahma popped up with a fantastic cross with his left foot from Mikel Antonio. Benrahma with the header. And then it was 2-0. Then in the 63rd minute, West Ham United got given a penalty. Controversial, will we say? Doesn't really matter. We was given it. Mikel Antonio stepped up. It was missed, but Thomas Souček got there before everyone else to slot the ball home. And then probably the goal of the game was the ball from Saïd Benrahma slotting Mikel Antonio through, smashes the ball into the net, and it ended up being a 4-2 victory for the Hammers. Yeah, those stairs. Yeah, you needed and especially up in the concourse as well, Mr. Cox, wasn't it? It was very, very hot. You could barely breathe up there. And yeah, Grant saying when Wilson scored, I thought we was going to be in for a long afternoon. Absolutely, we did. My game number 3 is the first game at the London Stadium of that season, Monday the 23rd of August, our 4-1 victory at home to Leicester. Got off to the perfect start with Pablo Fornals slotting the ball home. A great ball from Saïd Benrahma. And then in the second half, a poor back pass from Soinchu. Mikel Antonio uses initiative, got the ball there instead before Kasper Schmeichel, then released a great pass to Saïd Benrahma to slot the ball home. West Ham United 2, Leicester 1. And then the moment when Mikel Antonio broke the record to become our all-time Premier League goal scorer in the 80th minute. Mikel Antonio scored, and then in the 84th minute, he got another one with a ball from Vladimir Coufal. He chipped the ball over the defender and then slotted the ball home. What a performance. And of course, I did mention, in the 69th minute, Tielemans got a consolation for Leicester. My game number two is that was played on Saturday, the 4th of December, uh, against Chelsea. What a game this was! This had uh, so much stuff involved. So we got off. Thiago Silva put Chelsea ahead, obviously on the 28th minute. Um, we got a penalty with when Mendy's probably had his worst game in a Chelsea shirt. Poor tackle on Jared Bowen. Manuel Lanzini slotted up. And then you could probably say that maybe Fabianski should have saved it, but a great ball from Ziyech to Mason Mount, who then slotted the ball home to make it 2-1 at half time. Then on the 56th minute, Jared Bowen again stepped up, fired the ball home in the bottom corner, 2-2. And then probably the best goal of the season. Did he mean it? Who knows? It was Arthur Masuaku on the 87th minute, getting the winner with the cross shot, beating Mendy at his front post. What a game that was. And of course, my last performance. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I know. I remember that, Grant. He had a lot of abuse. And my game number one, which is probably no surprise, I think this will probably be a number one for a lot of people, and that is our 3-2 victory at home to Liverpool. What a performance that was. Obviously, we got off to the great start on the 4th minute with a great corner from Pablo Fornals, who whipped the ball in. It's been given as an Alisson own goal. It doesn't really matter. The ball went in, but what a delivery it was. Obviously, in the 41st minute, Trent Alexander-Arnold, controversial free kick. In my opinion, it wasn't a foul, but he managed to slot the ball in. And to be honest, you don't save them. What a free kick that was. Then in the start of the second half, 67th minute, Pablo Fornals with the goal, with Jared Bowen driving at Liverpool defence and then slotting the ball through for Pablo Fornals. Finishes. Alisson had a nightmare, but it doesn't matter how they go in. 2-1. And then on the 74th minute, Jared Bowen again involved with a fantastic delivery to the back post and upstep Kurt Zouma to slot the ball home. And then in the 83rd minute, Divock Origi got the consolation for Liverpool. So yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I just wanted to do a quick video just explaining my top 10 matches of 2021. Hope everyone enjoys their weekend, and we'll be at the game tomorrow, hopefully for a West Ham win. Let's just have a look. Yeah, magnificent evening, amazing result. Thanks, Jack, Mr. Cox. Means a lot. Great, brilliant show, mate. Great. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to do a lot of videos short and sweet, like trying to keep them under half an hour, just to keep people interested. And like I said, the shows are nothing without using the chat. It really does mean a lot. Hope everyone keeps safe and well. And take care, everyone. And I will see you soon. Take care.